So here I have some basic domains created: sales, marketing, finance. This pipeline support I actually just kind of use for self-organization. Now let's take a look at the data products. This is where a mere mortal comes into Starburst. They search for things of interest. For example, they want to find data sources that have to do, let's say, with accounts, or maybe they're interested in what's going on with the various teams of the organization. Team Italy, love that. So I'll go ahead and bookmark that. Or maybe they are a analytics tool user. They want to use Tableau or Power BI to actually build some dashboards. So they're looking specifically for curated data sources that help them do that. Here are two. They're both ranked just about the same in terms of number of stars. However, anything that's top secret is much more interesting. So let's take a quick look at that. I can see who's been consuming these things. I can see a little bit of a description. This second one looks much more interesting. So why don't we preview this data and see what we have going? All right. Well, true to form, I do have some PII here. I have, theoretically anyway, customer names. I have addresses. I have what looks to be like a phone number. At least I have numbers and dashes. And that may be a little bit concerning, but never fear. We already saw that you have the ability to actually apply data masking. Right now, since I'm a system administrator, I have the capability to do anything that I want. But what I'm going to do instead is come in as a data products consumer, specifically someone who has permissions only to consume data products in the marketing domain. So I'll switch modes here. And actually, even if we go to the data products themselves at a higher level, you'll see I have much less stuff to choose from. If you're paying really close attention, you'll also know that there are less items in the nav bar on the left. We've used security to literally turn some things off that this type of user may not care about or need to see. Anyway, let's re-preview my top secret customer data, and you'll see a change. You'll see that the name has now been completely masked. It's no longer customer and then a number. The address has turned into X's, and our numbers and dashes have also been hashed into a value that I can't see anymore. Now, other things that I might do here, I might take a look at a discussion for this specific data product, or I might want to grab a usage example. I'll grab this and actually show you how we would consume it. I'll go into the query editor, get into a new tab. You can probably notice I have far fewer catalogs than I did before. I'm going to paste this in, and then we'll go ahead and execute it. It's coming out of the data mesh catalog. This is essentially my data lake. You'll see fewer schemas here as well. And the actual data itself is masked. Now, I happen to know, since I was the one who created this top secret data product, that the customer information in question comes from a specific table and schema, and it's this one. So let me show you sort of what this looks like. I'm going to bring this in and execute it, and you can see that the base data is also masked. So anything else that leverages this downstream is also going to be masked. Now, of course, if I switch back to my my sysadmin role right here, and I see all of my stuff again, and I execute either my data product, I see, whoops, we need a little semicolon there. There we go. I see all of my data now is unmasked. And if I look at the base table, the data is also unmasked. How do you create a data product? It is super straightforward. Let's go ahead and take a look right now. We'll create a new one and then start filling things in. And I'm going to be a little bit lazy here. We'll fill a lot of this stuff in automatically. I'll choose a catalog, a data lake catalog that we want to expose this in. I'll choose mesh. And then this is all around ad analytics. So I think an appropriate domain would be marketing. All right, more stuff to fill in. We'll do our same little trick here a second time. We will fill our forms in, and why don't we add a query? Now this query I'm going to create as a materialized view because I frankly don't want for my little machine to be firing lots of queries and bringing data local to my machine all the time. This will take a second to actually show us how to preview, and then I can see all of the columns that are going to come back from the query. And this is a relatively complex query. I'm joining 4 or 5 different tables on a database versus tables on a lake. I may want to actually make this a little bit more user-friendly. This is for muggles versus wizards. So how about we add, let's say, some sort of a column comment here, and then we continue on. We'll add some tags, like this has to do with cost per click or maybe cost per thousand. What else? It certainly has something to do with sales. And then we'll add an owner. I'll make that me in this case. All right, we'll add that. We will save and review, and now we will publish. So right now we are pushing out the definition of this data product. We are creating the materialized view under the covers. And when this is all done, we will see a ready to consume data product right here.